What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And, well, today we're going to be doing an Hakeem Olajuwon build. And before we get started, guys, if you're someone that likes, the legends of the game, you like those guys that played through the 60s, all throughout to the early 2000s, then this is definitely the channel for you because that's the players that I focus on. That's the builds that I do. So you're not going to be seeing like LeBron builds or any builds like that here, because I'm just mainly focusing on the guys that from the past that maybe you've not heard of, maybe you have, and maybe you just haven't really thought a whole lot of it. Uh, and with this channel, guys, look, I really want to do two things. I want to do the 2K builds, but then if you're a younger fan of the game that may not have seen some of these guys play, I want to get your curiosity going. I want to get you, looking on YouTube, for these guys, watching their game, looking at how they played the game, just checking out those highlights and, getting interested in some of those legends. Because, guys, look, the players of today, they're truly amazing, but there are a lot of great players from the past that I feel like in order to truly understand how the game has evolved and why the game is the game that it is today, I mean, you truly just need to go watch some of these legends play. Okay? That's all there is to it, guys. And, if that's something that you think you'll enjoy and everything, I definitely, like I said, I would recommend subscribing to this channel because that's what I'm going to be doing. And, in the process of doing that, I'm still going to, I want to be talking about the players and things and, just giving a little bit of info on them. So, guys, one thing I would ask you is if you do enjoy this sort of content, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. It would help me out tremendously. And with that being said, guys, let's get into today's build, okay? So, if you've never seen Hakeem Olajuwon play, guys, the best way that I could put it is he is the most skilled big man to ever play the game. Now, he isn't as great. He doesn't have the greatness that, Kareem has, and he wasn't as dominant as a Shaq or a Wilt Chamberlain. What he had, though, is he had tremendous footwork in the post, footwork that is unmatched, and he was really, really good defensively. To kind of let you know how good Hakeem Olajuwon was, guys, when he retired, he was in the top 10 in, I believe it was 5 categories. Blocks, points, rebounds, steals, which for a center is amazing, and field goal percentage. The guy was a beast. He was really, really good, and a lot of the younger generation, they probably have no idea how good he was. And some of the guys may have only seen Hakeem in Toronto, and that was when he was well past his prime, and he wasn't the same Olajuwon. But with that being said, guys, let's get into this build because this is going to be a fun one, I think. Now, the one that I'm going to use is the half and half. Now, you can run with one of these others, one of these two. But the reason why I'm doing this is, well, for one thing, I want to have that Hall of Fame defense because for an Olajuwon build to be true, I feel you should have Hall of Fame defense. But I also want the post take because, again, I feel for it to be an Olajuwon build, you should have that post take, So now, one thing I'm also going to do here is I'm going to do the balanced. I don't like the fact that it takes away a little bit of the vertical, but because Olajuwon was a really, really good shot blocker, but he was also strong for his size, guys. So I'm going to go with that simply because, like I said, it's the one to me that it fits the best. And for this, I mean, for finishing, guys, we're just going to go in. We're going to max out close shot, standing dunk, and post hook. For our shooting, we're going to look at free throw only. Now, if you're somebody that just, you don't play My Career or any of that, and you just play online, then you don't even worry about your free throws, because it's not going to be something you have to worry about. Focus on other attributes. Now, for an Hakeem build, guys, you're going to need that post control. So you want to go ahead and put that all the way up. You're going to go ahead and max out your defense and offensive rebounding, your block. You're going to go up, put your interior defense all the way up, and then your lateral quickness. That's going to leave us with 40. Now, we're going to put this on playmaking simply because we want those badges. Okay? We want those 12 playmaking badges because that is going to make this Olajuwon build more of an Olajuwon build. So with that, you could go for Olajuwon. I mean, I would go with this because he was kind of a slim player, for his size. And Olajuwon, of course, he's 7 foot, and his listed weight most of the time was like 256. So, we're going to go with that. We're going to go ahead and max the wingspan out. So now let's go ahead and let's look at everything, okay? That's going to put our close shot, once we max this player out at 99, that'll give us a close shot of 95, a standing dunk of 99, and a post hook of 86. You're going to be able to finish around the basket pretty well. If you do the free throws, you're going to have a free throw of 78, which is decent. Olajuwon was a good free throw shooter, so you'll be able to knock those down. Your post control will be 85. You'll have a ball handle of 42 and a pass accuracy of 67. So all of that's pretty good. For a center, you'll be able to hold your own with that. For your interior defense, you're going to have an interior defense of 90, perimeter defense of 42, which for an Olajuwon build, that is pretty low because if he got switched off on a guard, he could still guard them pretty well. You're going to have a lateral quickness of 56, which again, that is a little bit low, guys, because he was quick for his size. And the other thing is, the steal is going to be a bit low at 50. But again, guys, we've only got so much to work with in this game. And, I wanted to focus on those other things, such as the block, which will be a 96. And then we'll have a 94 offensive and defensive rebounding. So if we go over now and look at the physicals. So if you max this player out, that's a +4. And then if you get the gym rat badge, or if you go to the Gatorade facility and you get that +4 there as well, that's going to be a +8. So that's going to give you a speed of 67. So that's really, really good. Acceleration of 63. A vertical of 72. And a strength of 89. So for a center build, especially if you're playing my career, you're going to do all right with that. Now, if you're playing other ways, such as the pro-am, or if you're going online and just playing on the courts, this may not be the way you want to go with this. But if you're just playing my career, this will be a really good build, because this is a build that I use primarily and I love it. It's so fun, because of that strength and everything, especially when you're in college early on. Because you are pretty strong starting out, and your size, you can really dominate if you play the style right, if you do the post right. So guys, we're doing an Olajuwon build. Look, you could do rim protector and that would be fine, but because of Olajuwon's post play, and we want to be able to boost that that 80 post play or the 81 post play up as much as possible, we're going to go with post score. So if we look here, guys, that gives us a glass cleaning lockdown with shades of Mutombo, Capella, and Gobert. So with the shades of guys, it's not really. Those guys are mainly defense. They're not really finishers. But it's just this game gives you some strange shades of sometimes. So we're going to go in now, and we're going to look at our badges. So for me, guys, back down Punisher, Dream Shake, and then looking at what else we have here: Hook Specialist, Post Spin, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to put Unstrippable up there, and then that leaves us with 4. So I want to put Rise Up and Fast Twitch, both of those on silver. And that's just basically when you're doing those post moves, you want Unstrippable because you don't want to lose the ball. Post spin, that's just going to give you a boost to that post play. Hook Specialist, because you are going to shoot. He was pretty decent at shooting a hook. So you're going to want that. Dream Shake, of course. I mean, that is a badge that was created for Olajuwon, guys. So you want the Dream Shake. Back down Punisher, simply because you're going to be working the post. You want to get that, okay? Fast Twitch, we're doing that simply because it speeds up the standing layups or dunks when you're around the rim. So when you're coming off of, doing those your post moves and things, and you get your guy in the air, you want to be able to get up as quickly as possible. So that's a really good one to have. And then Rise Up, it just makes it easier to dunk when you're under the basket. I feel like if that badge works the way that it should, I think that's a badge you should have on every center build that or power forward build that's going to be working inside mainly. Now, if you're playing with the stretch, you probably don't need to worry about that, but on this kind of build, you do. Now, for this one, guys, I'm just going to do a fade ace because Hakeem did have a decent fadeaway, and we want that in this. And then if we look here, guys, okay, first thing we're looking at, we know that we're going to do post playmaker because he was able to pass out of the post really, really well. Unpluckable, just because when you've got the ball in the post, you don't want a guard or a forward, coming in and stripping it. Bullet passer, just because you do want to make, those, to pass out of double teams and things, because that's one thing, guys. With this build, you're going to get double teamed a lot in the post. So you want to be able to get the ball out. And then, I'm going to put this on silver. Actually, you know what? I want to put this on gold. And I want to take this down one and put this here. Because you do want that quick first step, Because when you're coming out of those post moves and things, you want to be able to, And I mean, Olajuwon for a center, I mean, he could break you down. He could, other big men, he could easily break them down. And so that's a good one, I think. So for here, guys, look, for this, we're going to do this, and this. Are all post lockdown, rebound chaser, and rim protector. They're all going to be on Hall of Fame. Intimidator, Hall of Fame. So with that, I mean, that leaves us with, with 6 badges to work with. Okay. So here's what I would do. Okay. You could do this a couple of different ways, but me personally, I would do this. So box, brick wall, chase down artist, clamps, because when Olajuwon did get switched off onto a guard, he was still able to hold his own pretty well, okay? And then I would do interceptor, simply because, you know, Olajuwon, he was able to get those steals, guys. So, you know, I would definitely say interceptor, or you could do pickpocket, either one. And then the other one, guys, is pogo stick. That's just because when you go up for a block, you know, if it's on a pump fake or something, and you know you get faked out and you jump early, you can quickly go back up and still have a chance of getting that block. You know, so you do want that, or if you're you know you're battling for a rebound. So it's a really good badge to have, especially for a center or a power forward that's mainly working inside, working on rebounds, and you know lock down the posts. So, but with that, guys, I mean, to me, this is a really good Olajuwon build. I mean, I wish that you know I had more defensive badges to work with, but you can't go pure red on an Olajuwon build. You just can't, simply because you got to have those post moves for it to be an accurate representation of, you know, Hakeem Olajuwon. You have to have that, guys. But with that being said, guys, I mean, if again, if you know, if this is the things that you enjoy watching, if you like the legends of the game and you like 2K builds, you know, this is the right place, because look, I'm just focusing on the guys from the 60s through the early 2000s. You know, that's mainly the builds that I'm going to be doing. And while I do some very popular players, I also do a lot of lesser known guys like Kevin McHale, Bill Walton, guys like that. Some other builds that I have in the works that I haven't done yet, that I haven't put out, is I am working on a Bernard King, a Patrick Ewing, and Willis Reed, which 3 Knicks players I know, but they're also players that I feel do not get the recognition that they deserve. So, you know, if that's something that you may want to be looking out for too, guys, you know, I would definitely say, hey, you know, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because those are going to be coming very, very soon. And, you know, let me know in the comments below, guys, some of the players that you would like to see, you know, that you would like to see me build, because this is one thing that I enjoy doing. And, you know, with that being said, guys, you know, if you enjoyed this video, you know, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And we're wanting to have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.